Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to A1 English Podcast, the show where we make real English feel simple and friendly.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jessica. And today we are so happy you're here with us.
Okay, so before we start, quick reminder. If you're learning English and you want to improve naturally, don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, because when you subscribe, you're not just supporting us, you're supporting your own English journey.
All right, so today we're talking about something that almost nobody teaches, but every single native speaker uses it, all day, every day, without even thinking about it.
And once you understand it, your English is going to sound about 10 times more natural, instantly.
We're talking about the schwa sound.
The schwa. And honestly, this little sound confuses so many learners because nobody explains it. Even advanced learners often don't know it exists.
But here's the good news. By the end of this episode, you're going to hear it everywhere. In movies, in songs, in everyday conversations. You won't be able to unhear it.
Not perfect pronunciation, but real understanding. And understanding is what changes everything.
Exactly. So let's start easy. No stress, no boring grammar rules.
Just real English, real sounds, real life.
Okay, Jessica, let me ask you something. When you first started teaching English, did you ever notice learners pronouncing every single vowel exactly the way it's written?
Oh, all the time. Someone would say a word like banana, and they'd pronounce every single A the exact same way. Very strong, very clear.
Right, like na, but really hitting every syllable hard.
Exactly. And it sounds correct on paper, but to a native speaker's ear, it sounds a little robotic.
And that's exactly what today's topic fixes. The schwa is actually not complicated at all. The problem is that textbooks barely mention it.
Books make it sound like some rare, advanced linguistics topic, but it's not. It's the most common sound in English.
Let's start with the basics. So what actually is the schwa? In one simple sentence, the schwa is a soft, relaxed sound that we use for vowels when they're not stressed in a word.
So, in simple words, the schwa means the lazy vowel sound. It's the sound your mouth makes when it doesn't have to work hard.
I love that description, the lazy vowel, because that's really what it is. Your mouth relaxes completely, and almost any vowel letter, A, E, I, O, or U, can turn into that same soft sound.
Perfect. That's really all you need to know to start.
Now, why do people get confused about this? Usually, it's because in their own language, every vowel is pronounced clearly and fully, no matter where it is in the word.
And also because English spelling is famous for not matching English sound. The letters on the page just don't tell you the real pronunciation.
But today, we're going to fix that confusion once and for all.
We'll explain the schwa using real examples, not textbook examples, so you can actually hear it and use it starting today.
Because real life is always the best teacher.
Actually, before we move to the first key point, let's quickly talk about why this sound doesn't have its own letter, which is honestly part of why it confuses so many learners.
Great question. In English writing, we only have 5 vowel letters, A, E, I, O, and U, but spoken English actually uses many more vowel sounds than that.
So the schwa doesn't get its own letter. Instead, it borrows whichever vowel letter happens to be written in that unstressed position.
Right. So the letter A can become a schwa, like in about. The letter E can become a schwa, like in the. The letter O can become a schwa, like in lemon. Even U, like in supply.
Wow, so basically any vowel letter can turn into this same soft sound depending on where the stress falls.
Exactly. And that's honestly the most important idea in this whole episode. The schwa isn't about which letter is written, it's about which syllable is stressed.
That single idea alone will help so many of our listeners today.
All right, let's talk about the first key point. Every word in English has stressed syllables and unstressed syllables.
This is super important, so stay with us.
A stressed syllable is loud, clear, and long. An unstressed syllable is short, quiet, and usually it becomes a schwa.
Let me give you a real-life example.
Yes, please.
Imagine you're ordering food at a coffee shop. You want a banana muffin.
Okay, I'm listening.
A native speaker would say, "Can I get a banana muffin, please?" But listen closely to banana. It's not ba-na-na with 3 strong sounds. It's actually more like banana with a soft schwa at the start and at the end.
Perfect. That sounds so much more natural already.
Now, many learners make this mistake. They say every syllable with full strength, ba-na-na, very evenly, very stiff.
Oh yes, I hear that all the time.
The problem with that pronunciation is that it puts equal stress on every syllable, but English rhythm depends on contrast, strong and weak, loud and soft.
So the correct, natural way is banana, with the middle syllable strong and the first and last syllables relaxed into that same soft sound.
Exactly.
Let's give another example to make it even clearer.
Good idea.
Think about the word computer. Say it slowly with us. Computer.
Notice how the first come is quick and soft, almost come, and the last ter is also soft, almost ter. Only the middle part, pew, is strong and clear.
Yes, that's the key. 2 schwas hiding in one simple word.
So remember, when a syllable is not the stressed one, it very often relaxes into that same soft sound, no matter which vowel letter is written there.
Not complicated at all, right?
Not at all.
Okay, now let's move to our second key point. The schwa isn't just inside big words, it also hides inside tiny, everyday words, the ones we use constantly.
This one is equally important, maybe even more useful in daily conversation.
Words like a, the, of, to, for, and was are almost never pronounced fully in normal, fast conversation. They get reduced to a schwa.
Let's make this super practical.
Imagine you're talking to a friend about your weekend plans.
What would you say?
You might say, "I'm going to the store for a minute."
Perfect. And why does that sound so natural? Because to, the, and for, and a all shrink down into quick little schwa sounds. I'm gonna the store for a minute, almost blending together.
Exactly, because in real speech, those small connecting words are never stressed. Only the important words like going, store, and minute get the clear, strong pronunciation.
Now, here's a common mistake.
Oh, let's talk about mistakes. These are so helpful.
Mistake number 1, pronouncing every vowel with its full textbook sound, even in unstressed syllables.
Oh, I hear this all the time, especially with longer words. The correct way is to relax the unstressed vowels into a schwa, like in the word chocolate, which many learners say as late, but natives usually say chocolate or chocolate, much shorter.
And why? Because English naturally compresses unstressed syllables to keep the rhythm smooth and quick.
Mistake number 2, putting equal stress on every syllable in a sentence, like a robot reading a list.
This one is tricky, but so common.
The fix is simple. Find the important words, the nouns, main verbs, and key adjectives, and stress those. Let the small grammar words relax into schwas.
See? Not scary at all once you know the pattern.
And the last common mistake, assuming spelling tells you the pronunciation.
Many learners think that if a word is spelled with an O, it must sound like O. But actually, in an unstressed position, that same O can quietly become a schwa, like in the word photograph versus photography.
Wait, really? Say those two again.
Sure, photograph, with clear stress on the first syllable, versus photography, where the stress moves and suddenly different vowels turn into that same soft schwa sound.
Wow, that's such a good example. The stress literally moves and the vowels change with it.
Exactly, and that's the magic and honestly the challenge of English pronunciation.
Now, if you make these mistakes, don't panic.
Everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers mumble and reduce sounds without realizing it.
The important thing is to keep speaking, keep listening, and keep noticing this pattern.
Silence is worse than a wrong sentence.
Exactly. So don't be afraid to try.
Now, before we move on, let's talk about something really fun, the schwa in names and places, because this trips up even confident learners.
Oh, this is a great point. Think about the name America. Most learners say a-mer-I-ca, giving every syllable full strength.
But natives actually say America with a schwa at the very beginning and another one right at the end.
Exactly. And it's the same with country names like Canada. Not can-a-duh, but can-a-duh. Soft at the start, well, actually strong at the start, and soft in the middle and end.
Or think about the word London. Many learners say Lon-don with two equally strong syllables.
But it's really London, strong on the first part and a relaxed schwa on the second.
See, this pattern is honestly everywhere once you start listening for it.
It really is. And here's a fun listener question we received this week. Someone asked, is the schwa the same in every accent? British, American, Australian?
That's such a good question. The answer is the general idea is the same everywhere. Unstressed syllables relax, but the exact quality of the sound can shift a little depending on the accent.
Right. A British speaker and an American speaker might reduce a word slightly differently, but they're both doing the same basic thing, relaxing the unstressed vowel.
So don't worry about copying one exact accent. Just focus on the pattern. Stressed syllables are strong, unstressed syllables relax.
That pattern alone will make you sound noticeably more fluent, no matter which English accent you're aiming for.
Let's do one more quick round of practice before we wrap up, because repetition really is how this sticks.
Great idea. I'll say a sentence with a textbook, overly clear pronunciation, and Jessica, you say it the natural, reduced way.
Sounds fun. Let's do it.
I have to go to the doctor.
Natural version, I have to go to the doctor. Notice have to almost becomes one quick sound, have to, and to and the both shrink into soft schwas.
Perfect. Next one. What are you doing today?
Natural version, what you doing today? The are you almost disappears into a tiny connecting sound, and doing loses its final G energy too.
And one more. I don't know what to do.
Natural version, I don't know what to do. Notice how don't know blends into dunno and what to blends into whatta, both built around that same relaxed schwa quality.
This is exactly why listening practice matters so much, because textbooks show you the full, clear spelling, but real conversation moves fast and smooth.
And once your ear catches this pattern, understanding native speakers becomes so much easier because you're not confused by sounds disappearing anymore.
You'll actually expect it, and that changes everything for your listening comprehension.
All right, let's put everything together now.
Yes, let's make this really practical. One more time with a full conversation.
Imagine you're meeting a friend for lunch and you're a little late.
What would you say?
First, you'd greet them. Hey, sorry I'm late. Traffic was crazy. Notice how for and was both relax, almost like traffic was crazy.
Then you'd explain your plan. I want to grab a sandwich and a coffee. Notice how to, a, and all shrink down to quick schwa sounds, almost disappearing between the important words.
And finally, you'd ask a question. What about you? Are you hungry? Notice about starts with a quick schwa too. About, not about.
See how natural that sounds? All connected, all smooth, like real conversation instead of separate robotic words.
This is real English, not textbook English.
Now, everyone listening, I want you to try something.
Pick any sentence you know in English. Maybe something you say every day.
Say it out loud, even if you're alone, and try to notice which words are strong and which words get that soft, relaxed sound.
Practice builds awareness, and awareness builds confidence.
And if you make a mistake, say it again.
That's exactly how learning works, step by step.
Before we review, let's talk about one more practical tip, something you can actually do this week to train your ear.
I love this part, practical homework.
Pick any short song in English, something you already like. Play just the first line and try to notice which words are loud and clear and which words almost disappear.
That's such a good exercise because singers naturally stress stressed syllables and shrink unstressed ones, even more than a normal speech.
Exactly. Songs are basically the schwa pattern turned up to the maximum. Once you notice it in music, you'll start noticing it in movies, interviews, and everyday conversation too.
Another simple idea, record yourself saying a sentence, then listen back. Ask yourself, did I stress every word equally, or did some words relax naturally?
And don't judge yourself too harshly while you do this. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness.
Right. Once you're aware of the pattern, your mouth and your ear naturally start adjusting over time, almost automatically.
One last tip. When you learn a new word, don't just learn the spelling, learn the stress pattern too. Ask yourself, which syllable is strong? Which ones might relax into a schwa?
That one small habit can completely change how natural your speaking sounds, even if your grammar isn't perfect yet.
And honestly, that's the real secret behind sounding fluent. It's not about knowing more words, it's about knowing how to shape the words you already have.
So true. Rhythm and stress often matter more than perfect grammar when it comes to sounding natural.
All right, let's quickly review what we learned today.
First, we talked about what the schwa actually is, a soft, relaxed sound that appears in unstressed syllables.
We explained how it hides inside longer words like banana and computer, and how it changes depending on which syllable is stressed.
We also covered how tiny, everyday words like a, the, to, and for almost always reduce to a schwa in natural, fast conversation.
We covered common mistakes too, like pronouncing every vowel fully or stressing every syllable equally, and how to fix both of those habits.
And most importantly, we practiced using the schwa in real, everyday sentences, the kind you'll actually use tomorrow.
Remember, you don't need to be perfect.
You just need to be aware, confident, and willing to keep trying.
English is a tool for communication, not a test you have to pass perfectly.
So speak, make mistakes, listen carefully, and improve a little every single day.
That's the journey, and honestly, that's the fun part too.
If this episode helped you understand the schwa sound better, please hit the like button. It really helps us.
And if you want more real English conversations like this, subscribe to A1 English Podcast.
We upload new episodes regularly to help you improve your English naturally, one small step at a time.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We're really glad you were here.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep improving.
Bye, everyone.
See you in the next episode.